Hello everyone, I'm Cheswick44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights. Last episode we went through the last of what we could here in the docks, at least that we could reach. Now, well, really we only have one location left to go to. And that's into the, what's it called? Honestly forgot. Seedy Tavern. I just realized it's a Seedy Tavern. Wow, how absolutely incredibly fitting. Anyway, in order to go in, I'm going to try going in disguised. In a blood sailor uniform.
I have failed in the task.
More rabble trying to crash the tavern? Let's have a look at you.
I see the blood sailor uniform. Good enough, but watch yourself. You or any friends make trouble and out you go. Fortunately, it's easy enough.
Yes?
No, I didn't want to talk to you, Dalen.
Hello.
What do you want? Come on now, I've got time if you're quick. Could I ask you some questions? Yeah, if you make it quick. Know anything about the plague? No, and I don't care to. I ain't even thinking about it. Of course, I guess I showed up here. Well, we're all here for strange reasons. Anything odd happening here? Well, just look around you. Blood sailors looking all rough, some auction thing taking too long, and damned if I have seen any blood sailor brass here all night. I want to ask about the blood sailors. Their business ain't my concern, especially their infighting. I really shouldn't say any more. I don't swim well, especially in a sack filled with rocks. Come now, telling me won't do any harm. I suppose you're right. They are probably too busy to worry about me telling tales anyway. The blood sailors weren't always a rough group to deal with, but things have changed. Kalik isn't letting Vengal's decisions go unchallenged anymore. Tell me about Vengal. Ah, the well-loved leader and founder of the blood sailors. Not so well-loved these days, I hear. See, he likes to show off. All of his plans usually involve getting as much notice as possible. He's more concerned with image than profit. That doesn't please some of his men. I hear he's been getting some trouble from his officers. They want to be a little more rough and a lot less flashy. Is that why he's not here tonight? Old Vengal I know likes confrontation. He wouldn't run from a fight. I think whatever was supposed to happen up here has been changed. Ain't my business, like I said, but I saw some of Kalik's boys going downstairs, and now the basement is locked up tight. Something's going on, I just don't know what. Well, tell me about Kalik. I've heard a bit about him. Kalik? Well, Kalik is not a nice man. He's much more concerned with gold than he is with any show of bravado or style. He's very efficient getting gold out of his victims, but he's a hard man to work for. If not for Vengal, he'd be even worse. Some of the blood sailors prefer working for him, and I think it's getting to the point where he's going to challenge Vengal. Does he have the backing for that to do that? Kalik's pretty powerful right now. A lot of the blood sailors wouldn't mind making a little more profit instead of playing for show. In fact, Kalik has taken over running the black market. He's one of the few guys I've seen with a key to get downstairs. I thought he'd be here. Not like him to sit in his house while something is happening. He'd really like to embarrass Vengal. Where's his house? I think it was in the far northeast corner of the district. I wouldn't go poking around there, though. Not unless you want trouble. What locations are important in the docks district? Ain't much anywhere now. Plague's shut most things down. I suppose you can ask, but there ain't much I can tell you. There's still the Golden Apple and the 20 in a quiver. A couple other places, I guess. I just stay here at the Seedy myself. Honestly, we don't really need to ask about anything. Goodbye. A vista.
You behave in here. Things are rough enough without bringing the chaos on the streets in here.
Is it busy in here tonight? Boy, howdy if you don't know. Oh, how busy. I'm run off my feet. Everybody's desperate to get in for some reason. Have you heard about anything odd happening? Nothing yet, and they always warn the person working the door. Just supposed to be an auction tonight. Must be something good on the block for so many people to show up, though. Farewell. Keep it quiet while you're here, I don't need any trouble. Quite a few tavern patrons. Well, there's the auctioneer. He'll probably...
Greetings.
Blasted Vengal, I paid good money for some of these things, and now he's late getting the show going. Ah, heck with it. Anyone want to buy some things? I've got Smuggler's Coin specials. Why is the auction not going ahead? Because my premier item isn't here. Vengal said he had a great showpiece item for sale, and now he's not here. Just isn't worth the fuss of an auction if I don't have something to excite people and drive prices up. I've got to recover costs so Vengal can just sit on his integral to the plague cure item for all I care. Sounds like what we need. Let me see your normal items. I'm not selling that. Master Persuasion Thieves Hood. Thieves Hood we can't have, only usable by rogues. I think that's what they mainly have. Yeah, stealth kind of stuff. But,
Greetings.
what are you... Let's have a look at some of your special items. I have a number of things. Would you like weapons, armor, or my miscellaneous goods? What do you got on weapons? I have a magic double axe. It's an exotic weapon. It's very nice. 15 smuggler's coins. Magic longsword, 10. Magic Morningstar, 5. What about armor? Magical breastplate, 15. Magical shield, 9. Magical leather, 5. What about miscellaneous? A magical cloak made by the nymphs at 14. A magical sash, look at its shimmer, 6 smuggler's coins. I think, actually, we don't have either. Let me grab the cloak. And I guess we can get the sash. Which gives us a nymph cloak +1. Named for the creatures most closely associated with beauty, nymph cloaks are popular fodder for tavern tales among the common folk. The story usually involves some hapless noble spending a fortune on one or two more such items so that they can stand to look at one another. It always gets a big laugh among a copper ale crowd, though most professional bards consider such pandering a tool of the unskilled. But it gives us +1 to charisma, not that we really need it, but hey, we have it. Let me put these smuggler's coins here. We've only got 16 left. Oh, and here we have... Oh, unidentified. Well,
Greetings.
fortunately, we can get it identified here. And it's a sash of shimmering. When the wizard Midnight saw her abilities grow so great as to assume a station amongst the gods, her soul drank magic straight from the fabric of the weave. She ascended, abandoning much of her mortal self and belongings, though they too were transformed. The sash she wore absorbed so much energy that it sundered, and each of the many pieces became a powerful item in its own right, protecting the wielder from magical attack. +12 spell resistance. That's useful. Alright. I'll just put that there.
Greetings.
I'm also curious... I'm curious about this shield. Let me grab it. And we've got... No, it's just a +1 shield, I think. I don't think we really have need of it, truth be told. Well, we can sell it. Yeah, we don't really have enough for anything. Yeah, grab the leather armor, and that'll be it. Put this in here. We have 2 smuggler's coins now that we need them.
Greetings.
And, if you don't mind, an identification. Yep, leather armor +1, and a large shield +1. Well, selling the shield or leather armor alone would get us coins, so there we go. Alright, things are better now.
Who are you, fool? Don't you know not to go bothering a blood sailor while he's drinking?
I should be wearing this. You're in the wrong neighborhood. City officials ain't popular with us, unless you prove your worth drink for drink. Up for it? I'll match you drink for drink, no problem. Alright then, let's start off with a little Neverwinter sailor spirit. A bathtub special here at the Seedy Tavern. Go! Bottoms up. That's pretty good. You're not so flimsy after all. How about some Dockside Duns? A rank a swill if I ever had some. Let me see, do I have any... I don't have a constitution, so we'll see how we go. Bring it on! Oh, alright, that's not too bad. Round 3 then. Orc blood brew, and no plugging your nose. No problem at all. Alright, but now it gets tough. How about a little dwarven red-eye? It'll make you feel like you're under a pile of stone. Cheers! Well, how about that? You got it down. I guess you're alright. I don't care who you are. If you can drink like that, you're okay by me. Now, how about some, Thavian fire juice? Burns in ways you don't want to know. You crazy enough to play? You and me, let's do it. Let's keep going with this con check. Well, I'll be, how about that? So you want to keep going with some Katobalpas Death Cheese wine? Or have you had enough? I'm just fine. Swig it back. Oh, looks like we're getting serious. Alright then. From the bowels of the earth, a downright poisonous brew. Dark Elven Tequila. You're not stopping, are you? Swig it! Well, I guess you should have sat down. Still, you've proven yourself to me. Everything after Dwarven Red-Eye was just to see how crazy you are. Got pretty far, though. Nope, I don't have to worry about you one bit. Hey, you should talk to my buddy Kristoff. Show him how to loosen up. He's too serious. And, tell you the truth, I wasn't looking forward to some of what was coming next. Nobody should touch any of that stuff.
Damnedest thing I ever saw. You are okay with me and Krista. You bet.
I had some questions. I don't bother worrying about much, friend, but I'll answer if I can. Why are you here? What do you do? I'm just a blood sailor, friend. I take care of a little business now and then, and I watch over new charges on occasion. Like Kristoff here. What is going on in here? Well, there's supposed to be an auction, but I don't know much about it. Who knows what Vengal has planned? Vengal? Where would he be? Don't know. He's late, I think. Kalik went to talk to him or something. He didn't look pleased. Who is Kalik? Kalik is the second in command of the Blood Sailors. He's not as friendly as Vengal. Yeah, that's for certain. Goodbye. Before I do, who is Kristoff? He's a new recruit. I've got to keep my eye on him. Maybe question people he talks to. That part is easy. He doesn't say much to anyone. You might want to talk to him. Maybe try and loosen him up a bit. I have no worries about you, not after that show of stamina. Alright. I suppose you probably should.
That was quite the display with Jolly. He's a bit off even for a blood sailor, but he's a good man. Smarter than he seems, too.
You've gained his confidence, though, and that means I can risk talking to you. But keep your questions quiet, alright? Vengal's absence has everyone on edge. I have questions about you. I'm sure you do. I won't be able to answer most of them, but you may ask. Who are you? Why are you here? Reasonable questions. If we keep our answers hushed. I'm Kristoff, and I'm here for the same reason you are. Investigating the Blood Sailors. In truth, I'm not from Neverwinter, and the group I represent is hoping to locate some old allies of the Blood Sailors. Long-term goals. Your concerns are more immediate, and I will attempt to not get in your way if you do the same for me. Fair enough. Why are you so nervous about who you speak to? Jarlik has been assigned to be my watchman, meaning he watches me and everything I do. It's part of the initiation into the Blood Sailors. If I struck up a conversation with someone he didn't recognize, he would have to determine how I knew the other person. He would not ask gently. I worry for others, mostly. I know you don't want any undue attention. I certainly don't. Alright, we can help each other. I have questions about this place. Ask what you will, though you have probably already figured out most of what I might say. Is the Seedy Tavern well guarded? Well enough. I think you'll be fine in the main area here, but if you go downstairs, Blood Sailor guards will attack on sight. Nobody is allowed downstairs now. There's much going on. Perhaps we should speak more of this. Why are so many people here? Most of the people here came for the auction that was supposed to happen. Vengal apparently spread rumors that he had part of the cure of a plague cure. Looks like it's been cancelled, and I think I know why. You'll have to get downstairs to find out more. It's Blood Sailor business. I need to ask about the Blood Sailors and Vengal. My mission within the Blood Sailors is not focused on what you seek, but I will try to answer. If Vengal is their leader, where is he? Vengal has not arrived, and I doubt that he will. He might have meant to cause some suspense, but he rarely lets a crowd grow impatient. Vengal is a showman. He does not like to disappoint, especially after taking such pains to make sure the auction was well known. You think he deliberately spread word of it? Perhaps. If the rumor was true and he really has some kind of cure, he might draw attention to it in order to increase bidding on it. That, or maybe he wanted someone very important to hear of it. He's had a long history of trying to bait Lord Nasher into action. Regardless, it appears his plans have been changed. I do not think Bengal is fully in control of the situation anymore. You're talking about a revolt? I don't know. I've heard rumblings. His Lieutenant Calic is an impatient and greedy man. I can't say much more about this. There may have been some steps taken to try and oust the old man. You should seek your answers downstairs. Sorry, I can't say anymore. Do the Blood Sailors approve of this public auction? Bengal is an old-style swashbuckler. He prefers the glory of a well-constructed spectacle. Few of his men disapprove vigorously. You see, some of them feel that they could be far more effective if they stopped worrying about public opinion and such. Alright, I have to go. Very well, but take this key to get downstairs. It's the only copy I have. You'll still have to get by the chef, though. Of course, and thank you very much. Looks like most of these others are patrons and the like. Who's Whittian? Go on. I got nothing worth stealing. Just here to drink. Not the auction. What have you heard about the auction, friend? Supposed to be for a plague cure or something. Bengal wouldn't say, being his normal flashy self. It ain't sitting too well with a crowd, though. Calic, you're at a fit. You think there's gonna be something, was I saying something? You were saying something about a man named Calic? Lieutenant Calic! Thinks Bengal's too old, too flashy. No respect for tradition, that man. I ain't saying anything more. Except... They took her, you know. Darnay? That's Bengal's woman. They took her downstairs, I think. I gotta sit down. Well, this is going to be interesting. I think we can put our armor back on. I'll keep this here. We have this tavern key, not that we need it, we already have one. But it looks like we need to investigate downstairs. Alright, let's take a look downstairs. Looks like we can actually look upstairs too, so let's do so. What the hell? Maybe we'll find something up here. Who knows? Okay, looks like we got a couple rooms to check out. There's someone in here.
Hail to ye!
Greetings and well met. Come to sit up in the heat, have you? Good for the skin. Can I ask questions about who you are? Oh, by all means, I'd like that. Who are you? Ulfnog is my given name. It is unremarkable to your ears, no doubt, but I quite like it. It serves me well. I am a traveler. Unfortunately, I happened to be in Neverwinter when the plague began. I haven't stepped outside this inn for weeks. What are you doing here? Enjoying the heat, as I said. And the dark. It's quite pleasant in here once the door is closed. It shuts out the world. I don't much like the bustle downstairs. Them blood sailors are far too serious these days. They used to be... Well, I'm droning on. What was that about the blood sailors? Oh, well, it's just that they used to be more fun. They had a right nonsensical bent to them that kept you on your toes. I know the plague probably has something to do with that, but there's more. It's like their leaders are taking them in a new direction. I've just had too much time to dwell on it. Stuck here hiding from the plague. What do I care how uptight they get? Could I ask you something about this tavern? I suppose. I spend most of my time here now. Waiting out the plague, you see. Could be in worse places, I wager. Do you know what is planned for downstairs? Some fool auction, I think. I even heard there was some part of a cure on the block. Doesn't make sense, though. Why not? Well, why is the auction here? Something like that would command a huge price. Why bother with the thugs that gathered their coppers? I mean, if you expect a big bidder, the only reason to have the auction here is to have all the people see who that bidder is. I think someone was trying to show off, and now it looks like the show has been cancelled. The auction won't go ahead. I don't think so. Bengal Bloodsale himself was supposedly behind it, and he's late. Very late. And there's some other odd things. Oh, tell me what you've noticed, if you've noticed anything odd around here. You realize you were asking a half-naked dwarf in a hot room what he thinks is strange, right? Don't you? My answer could be hopelessly skewed. Odd or strange? Well, them blood sailors have an unwholesome attachment to their ale. Not good dwarven ale, mind you, but foul and perverse mixings. I'd stay away from that Jalek down there myself. He likes the hard stuff, and I mean hard to take. Back to the inn. Anything strange? Changes, shake-ups. The blood sailors are upside down. Some are allowed in the basement now, and some aren't. Almost like they've split in two. I think there's been a shift in power. Bengal hasn't been seen for a bit, and well, there's some questionable things happening in the basement. How do I get down there? Do they still have their poor chef guarding the door? I bet he doesn't appreciate his pantry being locked up any more than I do. I overheard the password to get by him. You'll still need a key or some stout picks, though. They don't even let him open the door himself. The password is Cornerstone. At least it ain't some Merryweather pompous nickname or somebody's dog. I hate it when thugs get cute like that. Thanks. How'd you know all this? You can learn a lot in a small dark room. Don't let anyone tell you different. Keep that in mind. I'll be leaving. Shame. Hope the day treats you well. Come back any time. Well, I guess it was a good thing we went into that sauna. Now we know how we can get in there. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff in here.
I shall do as you ask.
Okay, you go ahead and bash that open. I'll open up these. Thieves' tools, we can sell them. Wow, 43 damage. That was an impressive hit. Now, if only you could save that hit for something else that we need more for. Where are you going?
My Uthgar's blood!
Dalen, what the hell were you doing?
Honor and glory! Ha!
I have no idea what the hell you were doing there, Dalen. It's like you've gone temporarily insane. Oh well, let's check these other rooms. Alright, we've got an armoire. Dalen, bash it open for me, please. Ooh, you've almost got 10,000 gold. Oh, there we go. Alright, and we've got a couple more coins. I do honestly wish I would find loot or items more than coins, because coins don't really... It's not as much stuff.
I shall do as you ask.
Bash it apart, Dalen. Bash it apart. No, not that. This. Oh, never mind. Alright. Well, that's done. Now, let's see if we can get into the basement. Oh, there's this chef.
Greetings.
Now, don't go bothering me. I didn't want this job, and I don't need this job. Just say the password and get moving like all the rest. And don't ask me about any key or whatnot. If you know the password, then you'll have your own damn key. I don't have one. Who are you? What do you do? Oh, me? I'm the chef, and these bloodsailors have me guarding the door because they've lost too many regular members to the plague. None of it matters to me. I'd rather be cooking. Now, if you have the password, you'd better spit it out. If you don't care, how about just forgetting it? You know, I think you're right. The hell with this password crap. I'm no guard, I'm no doorman. You want to go through that door, you go right ahead. In fact, I'll even tell anyone that asks you that you know the password. Of course, you'd still need to open the door. I don't know nothing about that. If you should be down there, you probably have your own key. Okay, thank you. I guess that's one way to do it. Alright. Ow. Alright, let's just rest to get rid of that. And even though there's 5 minutes left in the episode, I think, I'm going to end this episode here. This seems a decent place to pause, as I have no idea how big the basement is. So next episode, we'll go down there, and I think that's when we're going to find another bit of direction to where we need to go. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Ken Daniels and Dalen Red Tiger. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, and I shall see you all next time.